Hello. Oh my goodness. I don't know what was going on there, but that was not fun. My OBS crashed. So blah. Anyway, hi everyone. It's me, Kelly. Do you guys like my little background for my just chatting screen? I'll probably do some kind of layout or something later, but I just thought, tis the season for the spooky, so I did the spoopy. Hi, Endo. How are you? Where's my little chat? Usually I have a little chat box when I start streaming, but it's not here. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Ah, there it is. Haha! I have a chat now. Yes, it's spoopy. We are spoopy today. And we got a little bit of late start, not just because of technical difficulties, but also because I needed my tea. And tea is a very important part of the day for me. So I just, have to have the tea. Today we are going to be playing what's it called again? Dark Knights? Something. Yeah, Dark Knights. It's an Otome game by an indie company because, I want to keep highlighting um indie games and things like that. And I love Otome games. If anyone knows me, they know that I am a big lover of Otome, but I also really like supporting indie Otome games. And if you hear me stirring my tea, it's because I have to stir my tea. Anyway, um, so we're gonna play for a little bit and see what it's all about. I actually didn't really look into this too much because I wanted to kind of go in blind, completely blind. So that's what we're gonna do. And so you guys will be taking this little journey with me. So isn't that exciting? I think it's exciting anyway. Um, all right. So let's go ahead and boop, get it started. Let's go ahead and capture the right game here. We're going to be doing Dark Knights. Let me go ahead and pop it up. Look at that. So that's going to be our main character, I'm pretty sure. And we'll turn the music up a little bit loud. Well, no, actually, the music is pretty loud, actually. So we want high text speed and should be good on that. So we'll go back and we're going to start together, guys. If you want, as I go through these choices, you guys can decide for me, and we'll just kind of make it a choose your own adventure ish kind of game. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Hit that good old start button. Ooh, okay, so our character's name is Miyoko, or we can change it. I usually just like to keep it the way it is. Don't really have a reason to change it to anything different. So just go ahead and hit enter. And we are in the prologue now. Oh, I should probably. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay. So, sounds like we got some footsteps in the rain. And I should have gone home earlier. My shoes are getting soaked. Everything is so boring these days that I keep losing track of time. All right, so our main character is bored, man. Well, I don't know, but based on the setting, I think she's going to get some excitement. Staying at home does not help, so I often go out. The library is one of my favorite places to visit because there's so much for me to discover. Okay? Even then, there's a limit to what I can do there. Yeah, that's fair. I wish something interesting would happen in this village every once in a while. Anything that could kill my boredom. Okay, so she's from a village, and she's very bored. I mean, that's fair. I mean, she's young, so, being in a small place when you probably want to go out and do exciting things is probably not the best. I often if this mansion doesn't scream a creepy mansion. I often pass by this mansion during the day, but this time it catches my attention. How does it not catch your attention every day? As in, I want to avoid this. Like, what are these little dudes? These little dudes? No, they're not gnomes. They're not anything. They're like little like snowmen, but it's not like wintertime, so it's just creepy. It's winter all year long for this house in particular. That's scary. I don't like that. I wonder when the last time anyone last visited this place. Probably never, because look at that. Who wants to walk into that? I bet there's somebody like just watching you, like right there in that little. Anyway, No other house in the village looks as lonely as this one. It doesn't just look lonely, my guy. It looks frightening. What? No, no, they're not. No, no, they're not cute. They're terrifying. They're gonna come alive and eat me or something. I don't know. From afar, it looks grand. If I had to guess, it was probably built over 2 centuries ago. No, no, that's not a 2 century old house, but I mean, it is an old house. I could be wrong. I'm not an architect, so I don't, nor am I a historian, so I could be wrong about that. The atmosphere changed. Why would you approach the house? See, this is how people die, because they get curious and then they go into spoopy houses and the ghosts get them and eat them. The atmosphere changes as soon as I approach the house. The whole building is surrounded by a veil of thin mist. And nowhere else is surrounded by this. What are we doing? What are we doing, girl? All the plants in the garden have been taken over by the weeds. Behind the trees, I notice an empty fountain with a fairy statue in the middle. Its expression makes the environment even more. Are these the little fairy statues? Like these little dudes? No matter how you look at it, this place has an incredibly mysterious is not the word I would have chosen. There is something new to discover with each gaze around the premise. Some of the windows are broken, and the door is locked with heavy chains. That means stay out, not, ooh, let's go investigate. My feet start to get cold, drawing my attention to my wet socks. See, that's terrible. Wet socks, guys, wet socks are the worst. They are the worst. I will completely take off my shoes and socks if my socks get wet, and I will go and find another pair of socks. I will actually, if I have to go to work and my socks get wet before I have to go to work, I will be late so I can go change my socks rather than have wet socks. Wet socks are the worst. I have to come back another time if I want to explore. Exactly. Preferably when it's not raining and you don't have wet. So, see, I told you it was going to be somebody peeping up in there, right in the freaking window, peeping. As I'm about to turn around, I see a shadow move behind the windows. And that's, again, when we say no. No to haunted houses, kids. They're bad. You die. I try to focus on it, but it's already gone. As if nothing ever happened, yeah. Was that a person or was it just my imagination? It doesn't matter because we're not going to investigate. That's scary. I continue staring at the windows, but nothing else happens. Yeah, because it's a ghost. Even though that was strange, I am more curious and freaked out. See, you and I are not the same. This is why I consider this role playing, because if it was me, this would be game over. I would not be going anywhere. Anyway, I don't want to stay in the rain any longer than necessary. Yeah, don't just stand there staring at the creepy house. Oh, look at that little thing over here. Bright days, happy faces, sun, flowers, bees, something like that. My mind is clouded by thoughts of the mansion. Why? Girl, did the mansion possess you? Why are you thinking about it? Class starts soon. The first hour is history, my least favorite. Actually, okay, so I did not like history growing up, but when I went to college, I really got into it. Like, I really loved history. I almost changed my major to East Asian history because I really liked it. I really liked learning about stuff. But yeah, but in school, no, I hated it. American history sucks. It does not take long for me to doze off. I'll just take a short nap until class is over. I won't miss much anyway. God, this child is depressed, y'all. She is so bored and depressed. Like, nothing ever happens in her hometown. Except for the creepy mansion. When I finally opened my eyes, school has already ended. I slept through all of my classes. RIP. You're gonna fail and not graduate, and that's gonna be so tragic. Please. Please love yourself and your classes. I should be reprimanded for it, but my teacher, Mr. Blanchett, does not care. Does not care if you don't study. Doesn't care if you fail. He doesn't care about his students. He gives me special treatment because he knows I live alone. No, that's still a bad teacher. And there is no one for him to rat me out to. Oh, so he yeah, like I said, he doesn't care about his students. Perhaps I should not do that too often. My classmates look at me with resentful eyes. Okay. Yeah, right? That's an even worse reason. Like, oh yeah, you don't have any parents, so I don't care. Since I can't snitch on you. Like, what? Yeah, exactly. Like he's a bad teacher. They should fire him. Like they really should just fire him. He's terrible. He's bad at his job. I would not like him if he was my teacher either. Okay. I noticed assignments laying on my desk: history and chemistry. Ooh, I was never very good at chemistry. I liked marine biology though. That was a fun class. Mr. Blanchett gave us more homework than usual. Probably because you sleep all day, and he can't punish like you because you have no parents for him to snitch to, and he doesn't want to be a role model. So he's just punishing you guys by giving you guys more homework. I don't think that's true, but I don't like him, so we're just gonna rag on him for a while. It can't get any more boring than doing the same assignments over and over again. Girl, are you smart or are you just bored? It seems like the other students have already gone home. Well, yeah, because you slept all the way to the end of classes. Ain't nobody trying to be there longer than the bell ring. My friends don't even. Do you have friends? Like, I'm actually. The way you talk and sound and act, I am genuinely surprised that you have friends right now. Okay. I feel too lazy to get up. Girl, you are so apathetic. You remind me of myself when I was a teenager. I did not care about anything. I was just like, I just want to go home. Once I'm ready, I start to head home. Even though I'm walking on the main road, no one is around. It is unusually quiet today, and after what Leoji? Who's Leoji? I am feeling especially on. I guess we'll get introduced to him later. My footsteps echo. Wow, that they are really echoing. My footsteps echo in the silence of the empty street. When I hear another set of footsteps, I glance back, relaxing when I see it is only a boy from my school. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my tea before it gets cold because tea is great. Oh yeah, it's much better with cream. So I posted this on my Twitter, but today my tea was apple dumpling a la mode, and it is fantastic. It's I forget what kind of tea blend it is, but I know it's like it's got honeybush in it, and uh, it tasted really good just with sugar. But if you add cream, it really adds to that a la mode part, and so yeah, I love tea. So it was really yummy. Anyway, I gotta make sure to remember to drink between my talking of this game. I look up at the cloudless sky and yawn. Even though I haven't done anything today, I feel so exhausted. It's because you're depressed, child. You are depressed. You need a hug and you need a better teacher. I want to jump back into bed. I take a few turns. It might be coincidence, but the boy behind me seems to be following me. Oh, shnikes. I have been walking very slowly this entire time, so he should have passed me by now. You want to test him? Girl, you're going to end up going down a dark alley or something, and he's going to jump you for your lunch money. And you would have deserved it. There is an easy trick to find out if someone is following you or not. Okay, not only are you depressed, but I'm starting to think you're kind of paranoid because this is only something that people like me would think of as I'm walking down the street. And I'm paranoid, okay? Because I'll be like driving or something, and then like someone will be behind me, and then they'll turn, like when I turn, and then they'll turn at the next turn, and then my thought is immediately, are they following me? And they really are just minding their own business. But my paranoid brain is like, no, they're following me. They're following me to my house. Anyway. If I turn 3 times clockwise or counterclockwise at forks in a road, I will walk in a circle. If the other person does that too, it means you have thought about this way too often. You really have. I enter a small alley. I take a turn. I turn once more and again. Now, if he's still following me, you know what? Honestly, that's legit because when I lived alone, I was a lot more paranoid than when I wasn't. So that's fair. I'll know it's not just a coincidence. Right on cue, I hear the boy. Here we go. We're doing the thing where I can't speak English. I hear the boy's footsteps behind me. That guy's still following me. That sure is interesting. That's not interesting. That's scary. If someone is legitimately following you, kids, adults, whoever is watching this, please, please, I beg of you, go try to find like some help. Go into a public area and try to find like someone who can help you or call the police if you have your phone on you. Do not say it's interesting. It's not interesting. It's scary. I speed up, trying to get him off my heels by taking more turns. Yes, exactly. Find a public space and look for an official, because no one who is following you has good intentions if they haven't spoken up at this point. All of a sudden, my arm is. See, scream, scream, girl, scream. I roughly stop and turn around. It seems my stalker has. If you heard his footsteps getting closer, like, you should have sped up. Like, how did he catch up to you so quickly? I need to stop questioning everything going on in this game. Oh, he's just a first year. Hello. We don't know each other, but we go to the same school, and I just want to ask you something. You could have asked me at school. Why did you follow me? What is it? Well, will you go out with me? He gets a pass because he's like 5, but that's still scary. Don't do that, little boy. No. Wow. She just. Couldn't you have let him down gently? Why did you have to be so mean? Oh my gosh, she was just dead ass like, nah. To break the ice. Oh my god. All right, chat. What am I deciding on? Is that all you wanted to ask? My answer is still no. Another time. What are we doing here? A, B, or C? I'm very curious to see what you guys think. That's crazy. No. So the answer. Yeah, it is kind of weird, huh? All right. The answer is still. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah and no. Like, who stalks the one to ask them out? Like, you could have just waited at the school gate or something and been like, hey, can I talk to you for a moment? Or you could have, like, gave him a letter once they got out of the class or something. I mean, she sleeps. So. Actually, how does he know this girl? Like, it seems like she just kind of keeps to herself and sleeps all day in class. So, and they're not even in the same grade. So, how does he even know she exists? Like, let me tell you, when I was in high school, I did not know my sophomores, juniors, and seniors. I did not care. Yeah. I mean, he's a kid, so he's probably just awkward, but it's still. Oh wow, that was loud. My answer is still no. Now let me go, please. Hello, police. The boy keeps holding on to me even when I try to pull myself free. See, this would get you a swift kick in the shin. And then I'm running. I'm running to wherever it is public. Frustrated, I violently tug my arm away. Please don't jump scare me, game. I know it's an Otome game, so there's not going to be any jump scares, but I am so bad when it comes to jump scares. I'm so bad. I'm always suspecting that there's going to be a jump scare. This guy's attitude is really creeping me out. It should have creeped you out when he started following you. All the more reason to refuse him. He doesn't seem to know when to give up. What a brat. Oh my god. Forget what I said? Give me another what chance? Like, no is no. No is a full sentence, my guy. Let's start out as friends and get to know each other better. No, you've made it weird. You grabbed my arm, you followed me around, you've made it weird. No. No. Whoa. None of that. The boy grabs my other arm and pulls me closer. He's getting more forceful as he tries to keep our conversation going. Without warning, I knee him in the stomach. That was a nice response because I would not have kneed him in the stomach. I would have just nutcrackered him and ran because hell no. The boy yelps and doubles over, finally letting me go. Girl, take off. Don't make me repeat. Why are we still talking to this child? Run. I'm sorry. Please give me another. I'm scared. This is scary. He reaches towards me again, but I step aside and grab his arm for. Why? Leave! Skillfully, I seize his other arm and fold them both behind his back. When I speak again, my voice is stern. Try that again and you won't live to regret it. Girl, I don't know why we still having this conversation. I never expected a small girl like you to be so strong. He looks like he's like 4'2". What are you talking about? I mean, yes, ma'am. What the what? Right? Thank you, Endo. If you understand, then go. With a sigh, I release the boy and watch as he runs away. Why did we not leave? Why did we entertain that conversation for as long as we did? Because that should not have been a thing we should have done. I hear him mumble something inaudible before he disappears down another street. The first years are always so troublesome. He called me a small girl even though he was small himself. People like him will always stay persistent unless I'm clear with them. Mm. I don't know if I like your village. Right? Like, what are we doing here? Maybe I should report him to. Maybe that's not a maybe. That cross out maybe and the rest of that sentence is great. I should report him to the administration. Well, I probably roughed him up enough to teach him a lesson. Girl, he gonna come back to haunt you. I'm sipping my tea again. All right, she's gone to her room. What's up with the bright days thing? That's the second thing. The second time I've seen it. What is this? Who is that supposed to be? All right. I put my bag on the desk and drop down onto my bed. As usual, the silence of my house is so heavy I can feel it making my shoulders sag. I live alone because my parents work overseas. They are usually busy, but they still call me whenever they can. It's not like I miss them. Okay, so she's not actually like an orphan or anything like that. Her parents just work overseas and so they're always gone. Which I mean, I feel like I see this a lot in anime and I'm always wondering like I mean, I understand that they're teenagers and stuff like that, but shouldn't you have like some if you're gonna be working overseas, I assume you make a lot of money. Why wouldn't you have a caretaker or someone checking in on them? This is your child. Like, what if something happens? You're not there. There should be an adult. I don't know. These are things I think about every now and again. But anyway, I used to have many hobbies, but as soon as I grew up, they started to feel pointless. Yeah, because you're depressed. You're by yourself. Your parents are gone. I guess you have friends, but you don't seem to hang out with them. Yeah, I'd be bored, and restless too. At some point, they all became repetitive. I do not want to spend my life in an endless cycle and the same routine. As if I'm not doing that right now. But she's too apathetic to do anything about it, I guess. So this is why we're here. The village has always been quiet. Aside from the same holidays every year, there is not much going on. I wish something exciting would happen. That's why she's going to end up going to that haunted house and she's going to get possessed or something and we're going to be sad. Actually, perhaps I can make my own excitement. I can try something new. Yeah, do something new. Do something. Find a different hobby that, you may want to be into. Unless my fate has already been decided for me. Girl, you are too young to be this jaded. If I could, I would rewrite this boring village. I mean, you could just move too, I guess, when you grow up. I think I forgot something. There was something I wanted to do. Oh, yep, here we go. We're about to go into the mansion and die. All right, I'm too sleepy right now, so tired. I should go sleep. The next day. Good lord. Miyoko, what is it, Ikuya? Did you get in a fight with another student yesterday? Oh my god, did he go around telling people we beat him up? Hey, this is why you need to just, report people. Why do you ask? There's a rumor that, see, you should have reported him. Now he's going around saying you beat him up. Yeah, see? Exactly, you should have reported him. Now what have we learned? Of course I'm on your side. I don't believe you would do such a thing. Oh, you know what? She's actually cute. I like the way they do the eyes in this game, and the little bunny like hairpin is super cute. A part of it is actually true, but to be fair, he was stalking me and being very forceful, so I simply defended myself. Are you Christian? What's up with all the crosses, my guy? Oh, this is Lyoji. Okay, she mentioned him earlier. I bet he's like, yeah, okay. She met him in primary school. So they're both her childhood friends. They look like light and dark. Light and darkness. I bet he's like the one of the routes or something like that. Miyoko, there's a difference between self-defense and assault. My guy, were you there? Were you there? Because clearly you were not there. If you were there, you wouldn't be opening your mouth and saying some nonsense. I doubt Mr. Class President will ever understand. There's not really anything to understand. Like, to be quite frank, you should be believing victims. We stand victims in this house. If someone says that they were attacked or assaulted, believe them until there is evidence to prove otherwise. Because a lot of times victims are not believed. And that is very sad. You really do remind me of a wild rose. Oh, he definitely has a crush, bro. That's why he's giving you a hard time. If I grew roots in this place, I'd die of boredom. Oh, this reminds me of that time from 2 years ago. You know, when you beat up those seniors. Okay, so she has a history of violence. Which, I mean... No, she just has a history of violence. It's fine. It wasn't like I wanted to do it. Besides, I only got involved because they started hazing all of the freshmen. That's fair. You should stand up for yourself and for other people if they need it, you know? Like, don't let bullies be powerful. Beat them up. No, don't actually beat them up. Don't listen to me. I'm not a good role model. Okay. Try to be nicer to your fellow students. Try to tell my fellow students to stop stalking me after school. Fine, I'll do my best. You should care more about your reputation. I mean, that's true, because she should have just reported him instead of letting it go, because he was not, like, remotely nice about it. He was, like, grabbing you and trying to force himself on you. You should have reported him. Aren't you afraid that you won't be able to make friends now that the rumor's going around? Like, why? Why should she care about that? Like, he was in the wrong. You should be a good friend and stand by her. I didn't intend to make friends with the freshmen anyway. You always seem so bored. Meeting new people or falling in love will make your life more exciting. Do you have a boyfriend, Ikuya? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you? Girlfriend? You have anything? Don't come at me telling me I need to do something if you ain't doing it either. I guess. No comment. Shortly afterwards, we began to prepare for our trip to the... Oh, they're going to the forest? Our history teacher will be our guide. He supposedly wants to show the class a monument we learned about in class. Okay, they have a monument? They're like a big enough village to have a monument? That's cool. He claims pictures and books are nothing compared to a real thing. That is true. That is very true. Like, actual real life experience is like... There's nothing to compare it. Reading about something is definitely different from actually experiencing it. I don't know if you can hear my dog, but he's very sad that um he can't come in my room right now because I'm streaming. But he could always go into his daddy's room, my boyfriend's room. He could go in there and hang out, but he doesn't want to do that because he's just upset about the fact that the door's closed. It's okay. The monument we will be visiting is only a 15-minute walk from our school. Okay. Ikuya is clearly not looking forward to this trip. She's been holding my hand tightly the whole time. Okay. Everyone, don't stray from the path. She's going to stray from the path. All three of them are going to stray from the path. You don't want to get lost here. They're definitely going to get lost. Make sure not to disturb the wildlife either. Guess this field trip turned out to be even more educational than I expected. I've never seen this place before. Not recently. Oh, okay. Was that her still talking? Okay, anyway. I got lost during a class picnic once when I was in primary school. This looks different from what I remember. Okay, she was talking the whole time. Leo G, have you heard about the demon in the forest? There's a demon? Okay. Oh, I bet that's the other love interest. Yeah, everyone in my neighborhood is talking about it. Apparently, the rumors started after some tourists went missing on a trip there. Do you think they're true? I don't know. I've never seen a demon before. Don't they only exist in legends? They say there's a truth behind every legend. Maybe. This village has many tales. I doubt they're all true. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Leoji. If it's true, I hope our little demon friend doesn't eat people. Why would you call him little demon friend? I don't think. Yeah, that's fine. Even if it does, it wouldn't eat you. You taste bad. Wow, Leoji, I bet you do not have a girlfriend, like at all, because you are terrible at talking to women. Ikuyo punches Leoji. Yeah, your jokes are bad. Your jokes are bad. Feel bad. Ikuya giggles at his reaction. Why is the school taking us to a forest where a man-eating demon freely roams around anyway? I'm pretty sure no one believes that. That's an adult. The teachers don't believe the rumors. They think it's just a media stunt, and I know this because my dad told me. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, unless you live in a world that actually has demons and ghosts and stuff, you probably wouldn't believe it either. Guess we'll have to see what happens. There's one thing I'd like to warn you about. What is it? It's not public information yet, but then how do you know? Recently, a few villagers went missing in the middle of the night. Is his dad a cop? I bet his dad's a cop. No trace of them has been found. It's as if they just vanished. Oh my goodness! All caps, bold. For real? I sure won't be walking around alone again. If we're headed in the same direction, I can walk you home. You could also ask your brother to pick you up. Oh, she has a brother. Nice. Aw, do you not like your brother, Ikuya? Oh, he's from the elite class. Why is there an elite class? He stands out too much. I bet he's also a love interest, probably. I don't know. I'm just going to assume that any male that's within the age range of this main character is probably a love interest. Well, if all eyes are on you, no one's going to make a move. But being picked up like a kindergartner, sorry, but I don't think it's that deep, Ikuya. Like, unless he's like 20 years older than you, I don't think anyone's going to think that. Anyway, even though this news hasn't been officially released yet, you two should be more careful. I don't want my friends to get hurt. That's fair. You seem like a good kid. I give you head pats. I'll be fine. Anyway, we should ask Mr. Blanchett, or should we ask Mr. Blanchett about that demon rumor? Don't mention that. You're ruining the mood. You guys were talking about it. Let me ask him. We eavesdrop on Leoji's conversation. Excuse me, Mr. Blanchett, do you know anything about the demon rumors? Oh, Leoji. Well, the teacher lets out a sigh and scratches the top of his head. You don't believe in them, do you? Not in the slightest. The forest is home to many different species of animals. Some silly people probably mistook one for a demon. Besides, there's no proof of their existence. The legends about this forest were just stories made up to scare little children. What about the missing tourists? Would you call their disappearances a coincidence? I don't think they disappeared. It's very easy to get lost in the forest without a map or guide. That's probably what happened to them. No. That is a little bit more doubtful. But I guess he's just telling that to them because they're kids and he doesn't want to freak them out. I mean, yes, it is entirely possible to get lost in a forest and stuff like that, but usually if it goes on for too long, police are involved. You know, just to make sure nothing's happened to them. Like, it wouldn't just be like, okay, people are missing, too bad, we're just gonna not look into it or anything. It's just, don't go in there and get lost, I guess. Too bad, so sad. Like, eventually people's families are gonna start being like, hey, they're lost, can you go look for them? Anyway, moving on. A rescue team will find them soon. Just stay with the group and you won't have anything to worry about. Okay, I see. What did Mr. Blanchett say? He believes it's all made up. Yeah, most functioning adults are not going to believe in a demon. I don't believe a thing about this demon. Still, the rumors have piqued my curiosity. There's at least a grain of truth to every story. Something must have caused the villagers to feel restless. Hey, what do you guys think about doing a little expedition of our own? They're going to get lost in the forest, I told you. Alright. Those missing tourists, what if we get lost too? Don't worry, I have a map. How do you just conveniently have a map? You were planning on doing this the whole time, weren't you? I have a map and we can always signal for help with a torch. I'm guessing they mean flashlight. No, she meant a literal fire. Okay. You'll set the forest on fire with that. Why would you even have one of those? This isn't Middle Ages yet, girl. Say, why why did you not bring a flashlight? I was like, oh, maybe they're using like the European, word for flashlight, which is torch, but no, you meant a literal stick that you light on fire. Oh, okay. Just kidding. I've got a phone with me. Yeah. Can you even get a signal out here? I mean, you don't really need it if you just want a light, I guess. Mr. Blanchett will. Don't worry, Ikuya. I'm sure everything will go smoothly. Wrong. If anything does happen, you can blame it on me. We absolutely will. Sure, but that doesn't guarantee our safety. Stop overthinking it. I don't think you're thinking about this enough, but it's fine. Why does he have those wrist bandages, by the way? Like, is he just doing that to look cool and edgy? Like the rest of him? What are the chances of it? I hate that he said that. I'm glad that this is just like an Otome game and not an actual like scary game, because I would be like, you are all going to die. It'll just be like a walk in the park. The worst thing that could happen to us is getting lost. Yeah, she feels strongly about that, and I don't blame her. That would be the worst. Don't tell me you're planning for it to happen. Nah, it just occurred to me. I haven't been to the forest in a while. This place looked worse than my memories. Yeah, this place looks too nice for a demon to live in. Yeah, that's fair. While we are here, we can look for the missing tourists. Why would you do that? Just let the police do that. But you know what? They're kids, so I can see why this would be a thing they would do. Well, I'm up for it. Come with us, Ikuya. I think it'll be fun. Okay. All right, so they're going to go get lost together. They're going to ditch the teacher and the group. The students line up in small groups. The teacher makes sure everyone is present before moving on. Okay, they're going to sneak out. They're going to head to the back of the line and sneak away. As the group follows the path, we go the other way. Yeah, the teachers do suck. They're pretty terrible. What are they doing? Why do they even have, like, why are they even allowed to teach ever? This is awful. Okay. A few minutes later, we end up at a fork in the path. Hey, a crossroad. Which path should we take? According to the map, the right path goes farther into the forest, while the left one leads to a waterfall. Let's go to the waterfall. I don't think there's anything of interest among more trees anyway. Excited, Ryoji skips ahead. So we're frolicking in the forest. A few more minutes of walking, and we reach the waterfall. Oh, a large shimmering lake ringed by lily pads rests at the bottom of it. The cliff face of the waterfall also has a path of rocks lined along it, providing easy access to the other side of the water. The water is so clear I can see the bottom. Ooh. Yeah, this particular teacher is pretty terrible because he definitely wasn't paying attention. Even, I mean, unless that class was humongous, which I doubt because it's a small village. She said it a few times now. It should have been pretty easy to keep up with your numbers, and if you lost like 3 students, I feel like you should have noticed that immediately. But it is what it is. The water looks so sparkly. I want to jump right in. You get excited over the simplest things, don't you? Hey, leave her alone. I mean, some of us like things to be simple. Yeah, that's right, Ikuya. You let them know how you feel. There might be dangerous animals or bacteria in the water. If you jump into it, you'll probably be eaten alive. How old are these kids, man? They got some imagination. You always ruin my fun. Leoji chuckles at her reaction. I take a closer look at the lake. I can hear the sound of birds singing, but there does not seem to be any other animals around. These rocks could serve as perfect seats. Miyoko, come over here. I'm going to explore for a bit. I'll be back soon. Oh, she's gonna get super lost. We'll be waiting here. Don't go too far, okay? She's definitely gonna go too far. Okay. Time to go get super lost. I know, don't worry. And she says that right before she goes and gets lost. Good job. All right. I skip over to the right side of the waterfall, trying to see what might be behind the stream of water. To my surprise, there seems to be a hidden cave. Oh boy, we're going in the cave. We're not going to tell anyone, and we're just going to go in the cave. Oh, from the corner of my eye, I notice a shadow moving in the bushes. Oh my goodness. It moves so fast that my eyes cannot make out what it is. It does not help that I was not paying attention. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it just went into the cave. And that's when we exit and go back to where our friends are. But we're not going to do that, are we? I look towards the entrance and notice another path of rocks leading inside. And here we go, trucking on into the cave where something just ran in there. I'm just gonna go die. I carefully make my way across the rocks. Yeah. After I manage to get behind a waterfall, I peer around the cave. Also, hello, Anaria. I cannot see anything in the darkness. The sound of falling water echoes around me. I wish I had my phone with me so I could use it as a flashlight. We're just, wandering in the darkness of a cave with no flashlight. Not scary at all. What could be back there? I know I saw something head in a moment ago. Scooby-Doo character. But I can't see anything. Was it just my imagination? Yes, now leave. I try to shout, but the sound of crashing water overpowers my voice. As I walk deeper into the cave, I try again. Hello? Is anybody there? Girl, I hope you get jump scared. I call out a third time, but I can only hear the echo of my voice. And that's when we leave. I hear footsteps behind me. Surprised, I turn around. Please let it be one of our friends. Oh, God. Nope. That is not the silhouette of a friend. Yeah, well, she's bored. She's a bored teenager. And so here we are, investigating a cave. A shadow stands at the entrance. Who's there? I can tell from the person's build that he is a man, but due to the darkness, I cannot make out his facial features. Who are you? I shout again. See, and now we're in a situation where we have another dude that's kind of sort of following us, I guess. Maybe it's the other way around since we went into the cave and this is probably his cave. But now we're in another situation with a dude that we probably can't, kick or run away from. And we can't run away because he's coming in from the entrance. So this was a very smart idea. Good job. A++. Oh, now she's really yelling. Oh, he's responding to us now. Stop yelling. I'm not deaf. I wish they'd stop doing that. The man suddenly starts walking towards me. Surprised by his movements, I step back. I slip on the wet, uneven surface and fall flat to the ground. Good. That's what you get. A hand reaches out to me, and I am surprised by the man's kindness. I don't think that's kindness. Let him actually say more than one sentence before you think he's being kind. Oh, hey, he's hot. Light suddenly filters through the waterfall, and I can finally see his face. Those are some claw marks, man. And what's up with the choker chain thing? Oh man. Okay. Are you hurt? No, I'm okay. I take his hand and pull myself up. He gazes at me. He is a tiger. I bet he's a tiger. Rawr. He gazes at me with his narrow violet eyes, but I am more drawn to the long crimson hair he has tied into a loose braid. Yeah, it's a nice braid. It's done very well. The man's delicate facial features contrast with his muscular torso and wide shoulders. He's wearing odd traditional clothing. In particular, the collar around his neck raises a lot of questions. I'm glad it raised some questions for you too. I've never encountered anyone like him in the village. You're disturbing my peace with your shouting. That's fair. We did kind of come into your cave, my guy. We are in his home, probably. He gets to be rude. You didn't answer me. I don't think he owes you an answer, though. I'm guessing you're one of the tourists? Tourists? Can't you see I'm a student? How did you discover this cave? Are you lost? No, I wanted to follow the path outside and never come back. This is private property. That's right. Kick her out. She's unwanted, unwelcome, trespassing. Wait, who are you? None of your business, girl. Why you leave? And what are you doing here? How did you know about the tourist? Oh man, she's asking way too many questions to a stranger who looks like he could like chop her up and like bury her somewhere. Don't ask so many questions at once. Don't just cut me off. Oh my girl. You'd be the first one to die in a horror movie. Never mind that. Go back to your group already. That's right. Kick her out. Get out. The man roughly grabs me by the wrist and pulls me back to the cave entrance. Yeah, get out of his home, man. You're trespassing. Stay away from this place. Yeah, man. Get out. Man effortlessly pushes me out of the cave. I turn around to complain. Why? Why would you do that? But he is already gone. He disappeared as mysteriously as he appeared. What a rude guy. It's not like he owns the cave or anything. Well, you don't own it either. Get out. If he wants to live there, he can live there, man. This reminds me of how I treated that first year kid. That this is not the same thing. Well, I mean, unless you want to consider yourself the harasser, in which case, yes, this would be the same situation, just reverse. At least I gave him a chance to explain. You didn't need to give him a chance. No, actually, you didn't really give him a chance to explain. Not really. No, that's not what happened. If no one's allowed to go in there, then what about the crimson-haired man? It's his place. He said it's his now. Like, get out. He said it was private property. Mind your business. He seemed to know about the tourist too. Well, yes. I would assume he would know since he is in the forest. After letting out a heavy sigh, I hop back across the rocks to Ryoji and Ikuya. Hey Miyoko, back already? Did you find anything interesting? Nope. Why are you lying? You gonna come back here? You gonna come back out here by yourself, aren't you? That's what you're gonna do. That's why you're not telling them anything. Rude. I met a weird guy, but he doesn't seem worth mentioning to Ikuya and Ryoji. Maybe demons don't live here after all. Geez, Ikuya, have you given up already? Of course a demon won't show itself so easily. We should keep looking around. Yeah, wait until nighttime. Just come back here at night. Sure you'll find something spoopy. I'm tired. Let's go back to the group before Mr. Blanchett notices we're gone. If he hasn't noticed, there are so many crosses on him. Like, the first time I saw him, I was like, is he Christian? Because what is all this? What is all that? Did Mr. Blanchett ever talk about this forest during history class? Why would he talk about a forest in history class? Like, I get that, but why, though? Like, I mean, unless he wants to talk about the monument that's in the forest, but... Okay. I'm just gonna let that one go. That's because you're always asleep during history class. Yeah. Girl, you know good and well you do not be paying attention. You said at the very beginning you fell asleep, and that's like pretty much your modus operandi. Yeah. It has been a long day. My feet hurt from all the walking. Oh, see, her thing changed. Before it was happy days, now it's dark nights, which, ha ha ha, they did the thing. That's the name of the game. All right. That crimson hair guy in particular bothers me. He wasn't dressed like a tour guide. Why would he be? Anyway. Not that I've heard about any tours in the forest, right? Digging into it makes me more confused. Perhaps I should stop here. You should. Like he said, it's none of my business. Exactly. None of your business. Don't worry about it. Even as one mystery fades, however, another one appears. The abandoned house. This girl will not let this abandoned house, like, go. She's so curious about it. I did plan on going there again, and it does not seem to be raining right now. Are you just... We're gonna go to the spoopy haunted house in the middle of the night. That's fine. My feet still hurt, but the house isn't that far. I grab my jacket and decide to go. You are so lucky that the genre is not like actually horror, or you would be dead. Oh, hell no. No. Oh my god. This is so creepy already. There's no way you catch me out here. The streets are completely empty at 8? Well, I guess it's a village, so that makes sense. Making the village seem like it's been abandoned. Everyone must already be home from work or school. A few minutes later, I reach the old house. See, look at these little weird things, man. They're. No. Oh, that's the fairy fountain she was talking about earlier. I didn't see it. I read it, but I didn't see what she was talking about. It looks exactly the same as last time. Yeah, it's an abandoned mansion. Like, it's not like anyone's doing anything with it. Even though it did not rain today, it's still surrounded by that eerie mist. And we're just going to walk in. With the foreboding mist, nowhere else but at this house, we're going to walk in. The previous owner must have been very rich to afford the construction of this mansion, especially with all the fine details. It shouldn't be a problem if I look around. Yeah, sure, just go into an abandoned property and look around after you saw a shadow move around in the windows the other day. The house looks larger and older now that I am close. I inspect the big chains locking, like it's locked. And she's like, that's not gonna stop me breaking and entering. They're not old and rusty like I expected. They seem like they were put on recently. That's because the house and everyone involved with this house is telling you to stay out. Perhaps the residence has a new owner, or you could just mind your own business. Suddenly, I hear a sigh from behind me. Why is everything sneaking up on this girl? I quickly turn around to locate the source of the sound. There's someone sitting on the edge of the fountain. He blends so well with the dreary mist that I had not noticed him when I first entered. I slowly approach the man. Up close, I notice he looks near my age. He is most likely from the same school as me, but I've never seen him before. His uniform design is not one. Yeah, she fails every check. Her uniform design, or his uniform design, is not one I recognize. Perhaps he's part of the elite class, like Ukiya's brother. Each elite student wears a custom designed uniform, making it difficult to be certain they even attend our school. That's interesting. I'm not sure why they would set it up that way, though. To complement their unique uniforms, the elite class also has special rules, but I never bothered looking into them. I mean, that's fair. If you're not going to be in the class, like, who cares? Its members hardly appear at school. Okay. So only a few of us have ever seen their faces. Needless to say, there are many rumors about that class. That's really weird. That's actually really weird, but okay. According to Ikuya, you need to have very high grades to qualify, but there might be more to it than that. Many students envy their status. Well, yeah, I mean, because they're shrouded in mystery for some reason. Can't see why. Hello? Bro. Do you even belt, bro? Yeah, right? I bet they are. I bet they're all supernatural. Why are your eyes dead, sir? What are you restraining in those arms of yours? Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, I do not mind. My apologies for not noticing you earlier. May I sit here? No. Be my guest. Could he be the shadow I saw yesterday? Who knows? Mind your business. Do you come here often? It sounds like a cheesy pickup line, but I don't know what else to say. Why does he have bandages around his neck? Did you get bit by a vampire or something? Or are you a vampire? I don't know. I do. This place has an interesting is not the word I would use for this atmosphere. Foreboding, maybe? He looks away from me, the warm copper of his gaze thoughtful. I don't know about warm. His eyes definitely just look dead. Something about him feels off. No shit, he's sitting in the mansion, outside the mansion, just chilling in the creepy fog at night. Yeah, everything about him's off. I'm not sure, but is he sad? That would not have been my first concern. I can't really read his expression. What about you? Well, uh, I can't tell him that I saw something strange here the other night and came to investigate. I'd sound weird. There's no real reason for you to be here that wouldn't sound weird, though. I've never noticed how interesting this place was before, so I thought I'd come take a closer look. You keep saying interesting, and I don't think that word means what you think it means. At this hour, I like going for walks at night. Oh, girl. Likewise. Oh, that made him smile. The man's expression clears up and he smiles. Would you like to go for a walk with me then? No? I don't know you. You are a strange boy. Yep, nope, we're just gonna do it. It's odd that someone would offer to go for a. Why did you say yes? Oh, because he's friendly and polite. Okay, that's the bars in hell. He stands up and we follow a path through the garden. Unlike the rest of the garden, this path is not covered with weeds. The ground is even and well trod. Okay. As we walk, he points out the statues hidden away by unusual shrubs and flowers I have not seen before. He does it so naturally, it's as if he owns the place. He's probably a ghost or something. The moonlight and starry sky illuminate the view, which makes it even more beautiful. I never expected to find beauty in an abandoned place like this. The man smiles mysteriously at my comment. You seem to know a lot about this mansion. I would be happy to answer any questions you have. Why though? Do you know who put the chains on the doors? Aw, he's sad now. He's very sad. His eyes swivel away from mine again. The man hesitates to speak. I seem to have found my answer. I do not know about it. I guess he doesn't want to say. My tea is almost cold. Gotta keep drinking it. He looks flustered. Maybe I shouldn't push any further right now. It's getting late. I should go home. Have a good night. As I head back to the front yard, I realize I have not asked him for his name. I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't have thought of that either. Oh, you're right. I should get some of those because like my tea got cold pretty quick. I turn back and try to find him, but he's already gone because he's a ghost. Leave them ghosties alone. Ghosties and demons, leave them alone. The weekend finally arrives. In the morning, I make myself breakfast and sit on the couch. See, this is why she needs to have a guardian. While chewing on some toast, I open the newspaper. I do not have any real leads for the disappearances yet. Girl, are you a private investigator? But I have to catch up with the news. It's full of the usual advertisements, but now it actually has decent news articles. I browse through hoping to find something interesting. My eyes stop at a page with numerous sketches. The reports of missing persons are increasing. In just a few days, it has reached a point where the police can no longer suppress the public outcry. I study their profiles and try to find a commonality, but there does not seem to be one. I mean, they're tourists, so... Age, gender, appearance, occupation, address. No, nothing adds up. This is going nowhere. I recognize some of these people, but I don't think they knew each other. You recognize them, but they're tourists? Okay. Maybe you saw them casually or something. Then again, if it was that easy, the cops would have solved the cases already. I doubt people disappear without a trace. They must have gone into hiding or were kidnapped. The thought of someone I know suddenly disappearing is scary. Excuse me. These crimes, or whatever they are, have to stop at some point. How long can this go on? I mean, I guess forever. I flip a page and find an article about an attempted homicide. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What the heck? A local reported that she heard a distressed scream late last night. Oh no. According to her, the attacker ran off when she reached the... Well, maybe it was an attempted homicide. Oh, she managed to take a picture. When she noticed the victim was still alive... Okay, I see what happened. She called the emergency services and waited for the ambulance to arrive. Witness: I can't believe someone did such an inhumane thing. This is unforgivable. Further details on this case are below. Attached to the article is a blurry photo the witness took of the suspect with their cell phone. Nothing about their appearance is distinguishable. It will be difficult to identify them. The description says the victim had been missing for a week before the incident took place. Oh, that's interesting. See, that's when you use interesting. I put the newspaper aside and take a sip of my tea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sip of tea. News really spreads quickly in this village, no matter how grisly it is. Rumors pop up just as quickly. I would not be surprised if people were already talking about who the attacker might be. While distasteful, those same rumors become trails that lead back to the criminals, allowing the crimes to be resolved just as quickly. I want to help track down these people, but I'm 16 years old and I should mind my own business. I'm not sure I'd make a difference. For now, I should keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Actually, I don't know how old this character is. I mean, she seems to be in high school. She's not a freshman. So I'm guessing she's probably like a sophomore or a junior. So she's probably about, 16 or 17. I absentmindedly eat the rest of my breakfast. I should take a walk to clear my mind. Going to the park sounds like a good idea. I look up at the bright blue sky. Gentle winds blow the puffy clouds about. As I walk down the road, an advertisement on a building catches my attention. Want exorcists? Right? That's my question. Like, why do we have actual exorcists? I mean, I know they do exist because people do genuinely believe in ghosts and stuff. Announcement. Recently, there have been sightings of ghosts within the village. We are looking for exorcists to deal with them. Right? Seriously, I don't think anything remotely supernatural has ever happened here, and now people are supposedly seeing apparitions. I don't want to hear that from someone that just literally saw a dude in a cave and a dude at a mansion, like, mysteriously. Sightings of ghosts, sure. The park is practically empty despite it being the middle of the afternoon. There's only one other person, a boy, on the entire block. He seems to have noticed me too, but I do not pay further attention to him. I sit on a nearby bench and close my eyes, enjoying the silence. Weird things are happening in this village. It's interesting and a bit concerning, but a bit concerning too. I hope Ryoji and Ikuya will be safe. Ugh, this is my day off. I didn't come here to find new things to worry about. I mean, before you weren't worrying about anything, you're just bored. The wind blows gently on my cheeks while I enjoy the warm sunlight on my skin. I clear my mind of all thoughts and focus on my breathing. Girl, what thoughts? Your head's been empty this whole time. You be doing crazy stuff. They say this technique helps to relieve stress. Okay. A moment later, a figure blocks the sunlight. I open my eyes and notice a silver-haired boy standing in front of me. Excuse me, miss. Yes? Can you tell me where the No. What do you mean you've never heard of a haunted house? You were there last night. You were there last night. If you don't think that house is haunted, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure it's supposed to be nearby, but I can't find it. I recall the advertisement from earlier. Only exorcists or horror junkies would actively seek haunted houses. He looks too young to get a job, but the alternative seems more unlikely given his innocent demeanor. Okay, so why I've noticed that there are quite a few characters in this game that have bandages, either around their wrists or neck or something. Does the artist have a thing for people wearing bandages? Why are you searching for it? Are you an exorcist? The boy looks confused, blinking innocently. No. Do exorcists normally live around here? I don't know, but I just saw an advertisement looking for applications. The boy purses his lips, his expression flustered. Is something wrong? I must find the haunted house. And that's about the time it's time to end the conversation because it's getting weird. Before I can say anything, the boy runs away. Okay, that's better. I wonder what that was about. Doesn't matter, mind your business. I pull out a booklet from my pocket and start to read. It's a romance novel that I borrowed from Ikuya. Even though this genre is not my cup of tea, she insisted that I would enjoy it. I bet you like mystery and horror. I expected it to be something cheesy from the start, but so far nothing romantic has happened. The story feels more like a slice of life piece. Perhaps that's why Ikuya recommended it. Suddenly, the sky becomes cloudy. Is it gonna rain again already? Time to go home then. As I'm leaving the park, I notice the boy from earlier lying on the ground, his face against the dirt. What? Did he collapse? Quickly, I go to him and kneel down. Hey, are you okay? What happened? I don't have much time. Is he a ghost too? What do you mean? The boy passes out before he can reply. Hey, don't pass out here. What should I do? I panic as I look around, but nobody else is in the park. You're just gonna have to figure it out. I have no way of placing an emergency call. Thankfully, he does not look that bad. I have no choice. I can't leave him here when it's about to rain. The clouds become darker with every passing minute. When I look up, I feel cold raindrops on my face. Raindrops are falling on my head. Oh, dang. I manage to carry the boy to a dry spot under a tree before the rain starts pouring. I am surprised by how easy it is. He weighs less than you would assume by looking at him. Why did he faint? Does he have some sort of illness? Maybe I should take him to a hospital. No, take him to the haunted house. It's fine. Well, I'll have to wait until after the rain stops. I don't want to risk him getting any sicker. The rain creates a curtain around the tree, a few drops sneaking between the leaves to land on us. How thick is that tree? What an unlucky day. I bow my head to look at the boy. Aw, he has such an adorable baby face. How old could he be? I bet he's way younger than me. He's probably like 2,000 years old. It's fine. His hair looks so soft. Why do people just want to touch other people's hair? Why is that? Don't do that. Just then, the boy slowly opens his eyes. Are you okay? The boy mumbles something before closing his eyes again. He said he had to go to the haunted house. Worried, I gently shake his shoulder to wake him up. He doesn't have much time. You gotta take him to the haunted house. He immediately opens his eyes and crawls away from me. Oh man, crawling in my skin. So sorry, I thought, oh, it's you. Rubbing the back of his neck, he looks away, embarrassed. He is an odd one, but it's kind of cute. Okay, your tastes are strange. It's okay. Do you feel better? Yes, I'm fine. The boy fixes his scarf and pats down his hair. He beams reassuringly at me. The boy looks up the gray sky, surprised by what he sees. It's raining. I could have sworn it was sunny earlier. Well, that's what happens when you pass out. Things change. The downpour started right after you passed out. Oh, right. Thanks for taking care of me. Oh, he is kind of a cutie. He's got a little cute face. He looks sad a lot, though. He looks like a sad, sad boy. He turns towards me and gives me a warm smile. Let's wait here until it stops raining. Mm-hmm. Are you really okay? I got worried when I saw you on the ground. I thought something happened to you. It's not a big deal. I'm just a little tired. It's nothing to worry about. Passing out from exhaustion is very serious. We should get you to a doctor. Yeah, I agree with you. Nope, he says he feels better, though. He shakes his head and wildly waves his arms as if to prove that he is okay. I raise a brow. I suspect he is afraid of doctors. Even so, I cannot force him to go anywhere. I mean, you're a lot less pushy with him than you were with the guy who could actually probably clearly hurt you, but whatever. What is your name? Sachiro. Nice to meet you, Sachiro. You can call me Miyoko. You mentioned a haunted house before. Can you tell me more about it? It's just a regular place, but people say it's haunted for some reason. Wouldn't you normally try to... That is the silence of judgment. It is. I am judging this character so hard right now because I have been fussing at her for about an hour now about wanting to go to this stupid haunted house. And she's just like, normally you would want to stay away from a haunted house, right? Anyway, it's just I've lost something important there, which means you've been there before. Yeah, but I don't remember much. Can you tell me what you've lost? This child is so inconsistent. Just something important to me. Mind your business. Sachiro. Yes. Before you passed out, you said something like, I don't have much time. What did you mean? I did? Yeah. Sachiro scratches his head. I just need to find my something quickly. I see. Just take him to the haunted house. It's fine. Go get eaten. We sit side by side and watch the rain. I glance over at the boy. I do not know what happened, but he looks less pale than before. He seems to be enjoying the sight before us. Before long, the weather clears and the rain slowly stops. I hope you can take care of yourself. I'm going home. That's probably the smartest thing she's done, like this whole game, is say I'm gonna go home. Perhaps I can help you look for the haunted house later. You know what it is! You live in a freaking village. There are like 5 houses there, and one of them is the creepiest house in the whole place. She won't make it to her house. No, she won't, because she's nosy and she doesn't know how to mind her business. That'd be really nice of you. I come here a lot if you ever want to meet up. Okay, maybe I'll see you later then. See you. Sip, sip. I look at the pile of books on my desk. There's still plenty of homework to do. Why does the sign keep changing? See, now every time I come here, I'm going to start looking at her desk to see if anything changes again. There's still plenty of homework to do, and whether I like it or not, I have to finish it. This is getting difficult. Perhaps I should pay attention in Mr. Blanchett's classes. Imagine that, needing to pay attention in class. The last few days have been hectic with all the strangers I've run into. It's just been 2 people. Oh, no. I actually have 3. Oh, yeah, that's probably a good point. But I am glad I made a new friend. How can I work like this? Oh, she's gonna go back to the mansion, guys. I try to focus on the textbook, but my mind keeps wandering. The man by the old house, the guy in the cave, an odd Sachiro from the park. Even though I only spoke with them for a short time, they piqued my curiosity. I give up. I want to find out what's going on in the village. I wonder what Ryoji's up to. Maybe I should call him. Yeah. If you're gonna go be like spooky detective hunters, you should go with a friend. I dial his number, but the call goes to his voicemail. I guess that he's busy with his after-school activities or doing his homework like you should be doing. I could call Ikuya and tell her what happened, but it'll only get her worked up. So I brush the idea aside. Yeah, that's probably true. She does seem kind of high-strung. I throw myself on my bed and close my eyes. Ah, this feels a lot better. Yeah, go to sleep. What the? I hear a knocking on my window? Hello, police? Annoyed, I get up and check the source of the noise. I find myself being waved at. It's probably her friend. Let me in. Who the hell are you? Oh, no, it's... Wah! It's just a hand. Who the hell are you and what are you doing up here? Hurry. Get down first. Just let me in. Hello, police? What's wrong with this guy? He scaled my house. Police? Seriously, how can a stranger expect me to let him into my room through the window? You should just go to the window with your cell phone and be like 911. He must be the worst burglar ever. Why do you care about that? Okay. I'm not stupid enough to fall for such an obvious trap. I ignore him and lay back down on my bed. It's common sense not to let strangers in your house. Common sense is not a thing you have an abundance of, my girl. The knocking stops after a moment. It seems like he's finally given up. Okay. Silently, I go back to my bed. I cannot help but worry about what happened to the guy clinging to the side of my house. This girl. She's hilarious. This is actually really funny. Maybe I should check on him. Why? He's trying to break into your house. Call the police. Why do you have no sense of self-preservation? Okay. I lean outside of my living room window and look up. Strange, I can see the window of my room, but there's no one outside. Well, didn't you, like, go to sleep or something? I don't blame you, Indo. This is crazy. I shrug and turn back, going to my room. Okay, so... Girl, you should have called the police. Oh my, is not the choice of words I would have used. Oh, hi. Yeah, no, you are not a little boy. You are definitely like... What is up with this game and crosses? Yeah, he kind of just probably came in through the window. Are you a burglar? I'll call the police. This is what we should have done a while ago. I frantically searched for my phone. Whoa, hey, stop doing that. Stop it. Within a second, the man has me by the wrist and pins me against the wall. Oh boy, this is what happens when you have no self preservation. Now you're pinned to a wall by a strange, mysterious guy. It's a misunderstanding. You are not making it better. You're not at all, whatsoever. I desperately squirm around, trying to break his hold on me. Kick him in the shin. The stranger lowers his head to look me in the eyes. Get away from me. Calm down, let me explain. I would have just called the police. Like, she was just like, oh, he's just hanging there. I'm just gonna let that be a thing that happens. For some reason. Let me go, you creep, as if I'm going to listen to anything you say. I prepare to kick him, but he releases me and backs away. How did you get into my house? That is a very good question. There is an open window in another room. Why are you smiling about that? Like, that's an accomplishment. Like, you broke into her home. Hello, sir? Can I stay here? No! Get out! What the hell? No, you can't stay here. Who are you? Get out! Oh my god, what is this? Like, this is not real life. His sudden request makes me speechless. What is going on? What, that came out of nowhere? Are you joking? This is not a conversation I would have with anyone at this point. Pretty much, Endo. His expression changes instantly, earnest and almost somber. I don't care. Get out of my house. I've never met anyone who switches moods this quickly. You are thinking the wrong things. No way, I don't even know you. And you attacked me. Maybe, but I know you. Sir? Sir. If you are trying to make this not be a misunderstanding, you suck at it. You suck. You suck. And anyway, I wasn't trying to hurt you. You are a stranger. You're a stranger. And furthermore, even if you knew me, why would you try to sneak into my house? Like, do you not know what a doorbell is? Can you not knock? He sighs and shakes his head. I don't remember meeting this guy. Wait, could it be? Oh no, she's met this guy before. In her childhood, back in the day. She's met him. Probably in the forest. Get out of my room, you creepy stalker. I've been demoted? Sir, you were never promoted. You never had a high title or position in this conversation. Right? He could have just been like, hey, I met you when we were kids. Can I come in and catch up? And then the answer would have been no, because, I mean, that's weird. But yeah, I mean, he could have, there were different ways to approach this. Either way, you're a pervert. I don't know about pervert, but definitely weird, creepy stalker called a police person. Burglar, stalker, and a pervert. That really stings, you know. Sir! Sir! You snuck into her house! Your feelings are the least of anyone's concerns. I grab the closest thing to me, a book, and hurl it at him. Get out of here, go away. Wait, what? You haven't explained anything. What do you need? The conversation never started. You said this is a misunderstanding and then proceeded to be weird. Get out now. He dodges my next projectile before slinking towards the door. Please use the door. Calm down. No need to get aggressive. Punch him. Punch him in the face. First, you broke into my house and then you assaulted me. Now you ask me if you can stay here? Why is this a conversation you're having? My answer is obvious. There's nothing wrong with asking, right? Why are you smiling about? Punch him in the face. The man lets out a heavy sigh. Fine, if you don't want me to stay, then. He gives me a sad glance before jumping out the window. Call the police. I'm not worried about him and jumping out of the window. I'm more concerned about my health and safety. I rush to the window only to find the weirdo smirking at me. Why does he keep doing that? The weird smirky thing. Oh, do you care about me? Close the window. Call the police. Close the window and call the police. You jerk. Not the choice of words I would have used in this situation, but okay, girl. Don't you dare to come here again. You know, she does a suspicious lack of reporting and calling the police. Have a good day. Thanks for coming by. Who knows what the future holds? Well, see you later. What? My eyes follow the figure as he walks towards the street and out of sight. I am relieved that he did not steal anything, though my heart is still racing from shock. This is the first time I've met such an oddball. These days are getting weirder and weirder. He didn't seem all that dangerous, though. He left easily enough, too. Wait a second. Something is off. Why go through such lengths just to ask if he could stay here? Yeah, that's a good question. I know it's easy to climb to the landing, but this is just odd. I wonder what his intentions were. Yeah, it's a little too late to think about that now, honestly. I shake my head and sigh. Girl, that's what I've been doing this whole time. Shaking my head and sighing at you. More questions bubble up as I think. Calm down, Miyoko. You shouldn't dwell on this. You should definitely dwell on the fact that some guy broke into your house more so than you have been dwelling on the creepy mansion. The weekend passes quickly and I'm back at school on Monday. My mind is filled with flashbacks from the past few days. I met a suspicious forest dweller, a mysterious gentleman, and a frail younger boy. Not to mention that weirdo who snuck into my house. So those are all of our love interests. I don't know if there's anyone in particular that I'm like, ooh, yeah, let's romance. Because they're all kind of weird. So yeah. The tiger guy, yeah. You know what? He probably would be the safest bet because he was the only one that like was just like, get out, go away. I cannot help but find such unsuspicious people interesting. She uses interesting a lot. Ah! The hell? Ikuya, what are you doing? Alright, Ikuya, I called out to you a few times, silly. Were you asleep? No, she was just daydreaming. Sorry, I didn't hear you. You should try to stay awake during class. She wasn't sleeping. But the lectures are boring. Mr. Blanchett is so repetitive. Yeah, exactly. Like he's a smart one. We should probably romance him. I agree. Oh, really? He explained some useful things this time. Like what? Nope. You should have been listening. That's right, Ikuya. Tell her to pay attention in class. Anyway, do you have plans for today? Well, I'm thinking about scoping out a mansion. She's not leaving it alone, guys. She is all about this mansion. We are going to this creepy mansion. Ooh, tell me more. You know the road to the library? Of course, what about it? There's a creepy old mansion in that neighborhood. It never struck me before, but don't you think it's strange that it's been abandoned for so long? Nobody thought of revamping or demolishing it, even when it's empty? That's a good point. I've heard a few rumors about the place before, but I haven't looked into them much. It was only because of that shadow I saw that really has me intrigued. That old mansion is part of the many legends of this village. All I know is that it used to belong to the Kenriji family. I don't even think anyone owns it right now. I could have sworn I heard something else during history class. Suddenly interested in history, huh? I probably shouldn't involve Ikuya in this further. I know she hates haunted places, and given the atmosphere, she wouldn't enjoy it very much. Well, yeah, I mean, she's probably the most reasonable person of your group. Did you hear about the murder that the teachers keep gossiping about? They say the suspect is likely someone who moved into the village not too long ago. They didn't say why, though. I mean, it's a village, so wouldn't somebody have known about? Like, if it was someone new to the village, I'm pretty sure everyone would have their immediate suspicions. I think they're wrong, though. Everyone always uses new residents as scapegoats. I mean, that's fair too, Ikuya. Don't you think that's too unfair? Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think so. It narrows down the list of possible suspects. But it's profiling. Hi, Leoji. Yeah, hi, Leoji. It makes sense because no one knows the newcomers very well. They're naturally the most suspicious for now. And that is a fair point, but also don't profile. We are a small community, so it's easy to tell why things change. Okay. When and why things change. I'm so sorry. You can't see what lies below the surface. Leoji's method does narrow down possible suspects, but I don't agree with using new residents as scapegoats. Yeah, I agree too. I'm helping my dad with this case. I knew his dad was a cop. Freaking knew it, man. He asked me to collect a list of people who moved into the village within the last 6 months. If anyone comes to mind, let me know. It'd really help us out. I don't really agree with your method, but I'll let you know if I think of anyone. Thanks for the help. Miyoko, you can stay over at my place while they're investigating. You live alone, right? You should seriously think about it. Yeah, I kind of agree, especially since a dude, broke into your house. You should probably not stay by yourself. Nope, she's gonna turn that down. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're past the prologue, guys. Looks like we're gonna actually start the main route. So for those who don't play Otome games, usually you go through the prologue where it introduces you to all the love interests, and then you go into what's called the common route where you basically make general decisions. Sometimes they lead into a route, sometimes they don't. And then eventually, after you make certain decisions or you just pick the route that you want, then it starts the love interest route. Interesting little intro. I don't know if you guys can hear the music. It's pretty. Ooh, spoopy. Okay, looks like there's 4 love interests. It looks like your bestie is not one of them. Oh, you can't? Oh, no! That's sad. I'm sorry. I'll have to look into why. Alright. I stare at the ceiling while lying on the couch. I think about what Ikuya and Ryoji said earlier. Someone not from this village? Just in these past few days, I've met 4 faces I've never seen before. Any of them could have moved here around the same time those disappearances started. It's possible that one of them is involved. Against my better judgment, I cannot help but want to investigate them further on my own. The excitement is overwhelming. You're gonna get eaten. Who should I investigate first? Okay, so now we get to choose or at least start on a path. So who are we gonna look at? The odd guy in the 4? Oh no, you wanted the tiger. Yeah. So we're gonna go to the tiger. We're gonna go to the tiger guy. Why did I think about him? Because he's gonna be your love interest. Okay, so I guess this is making us confirm if this is our choice. I imagine him standing before me. His crimson hair was remarkable. So I guess we're gonna keep an eye on him. I should keep an eye on him, because I'm nosy. The disappearances started with the tourists in the forest, after all. He asked me if I was a tourist, so he must know something about them. He also said the cave in the waterfall is dangerous. It can't be a mere coincidence. I'm thinking of paying him a visit. I'm sure I'll find some clues. Well, at least he'll keep her from obsessing over the mansion. I grab my jacket and head to the forest. At night? At night? Why? That doesn't sound like a good idea. It's not difficult to find my way. The field trip is still fresh in my memory. Alright, give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna try something. Can you hear it now? Should be hearing some birds chirping. Yay! I did it! Okay. Probably gonna turn it up a little bit more. Yeah, the birdies! Let's turn up the music just a teensy bit more. Atmosphere! Alright, let's do it. Keep going. Alright, it's not difficult to find my way. The field trip is still fresh in my memory. Last time I saw the crimson-haired man, he was in that cave. I might have a chance to meet him again if I head over there. I follow the path to the point where it splits in two. The OG told me that one road leads to the waterfall and the other goes farther into the forest. Which path did we take last time again? Ooh, do you guys remember which way we went? I don't remember if we went left or right. I thought we went left. Maybe we went right, though. Yellow, left. Hey, I was right! Yay! It gave me the little happy ding of approval. I remember that we took the left path to the waterfall. Yeah! Haha! My memory is terrible, but I'm a good guesser, I guess. I searched the lake's edge, but there's no sign of the crimson-haired man. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not just gonna hang out at my house all day either. I mean, I would, but it's a cave. I don't know. Hey, you know what? Actually, this reminds me, like, people living in caves reminds me of, oh gosh, what is the name of that game? Hatoful Boyfriend. So the main character and Hatoful Boyfriend lives in a cave. I should play that someday for you guys. It's actually... it's surprising. Let's just put it that way. It's an experience. Yeah, I'm gonna do Hatoful Boyfriend. Even the rocks had made a path towards the cave are gone. I can see the cave, but how do I get there now? The rocky face of the waterfall gives me an idea. The cave itself is not far from the side of the lake. She's gonna slip and fall, and he's gonna catch her and be like, what are you doing here? Get out of my cave. I can climb. I carefully balance my foot on a rock, then reach up to steady myself on a crack in the stone. I've always done well during PE. Now all that rope climbing will finally pay off, girl. How are you still alive? Climbing across is easy until I almost reach the cave. Oh, he's gonna catch her. My arms start to strain and I almost lose my grip. They say for climbing rocks, you should use your legs more than your arms, which I have not been doing. You know that advice that they give you when you're doing the things that you're doing right now? I don't follow any of that. Lol. As I lean over to search for another handhold, the rock under my foot suddenly crumbles. And my heart skips a beat as my fingers lose their grip, my body lurching downward. Oh, he didn't catch her. She just fell into the water. Rip. I was wrong. Maybe the cold water will knock some sense into her. Cold water jabs into my skin like icy needles. I try to swim to the surface, but my numb arms and legs are no match for the current. This was like a terrible idea, girl. What are you doing? It pushes me deeper into the lake. This is no good. I'm going to drown. I can barely see a thing. My lungs burn for air as everything goes black. When my consciousness returns, there is solid ground under me, rather than the sensation of floating. Girl, you are so lucky to be alive. I open my eyes. Judging from the rocky ceiling, I am in a cave. Well, yeah, I mean... I sit up abruptly, surprised by my surroundings. How did I get here? As I look around, my chest starts to ache. I start coughing. Yeah, you almost drowned, so that makes sense. I remember falling into the lake and almost drowning. Someone must have saved and carried me here. Probably the guy you're looking for. How much you want to bet it's the guy she's looking for? The mossy walls of this place are not like the dripping darkness of the cave behind the waterfall. And speaking of dripping, I noticed that my clothes are totally soaked. Well, yeah, that would be a thing. Ugh, I'm a total mess. It's going to take a while to dry off. You should have thought about that before you decided to, you know, do some crazy stunt that you're not trained for. You're finally awake. I know that voice. It's the crimson-haired guy from yesterday. Is his voice velvety? Does he have a velvety voice? As I turn my head to look, he places his hand on my shoulder. Are you okay? Man, that is such a nice thing to ask because by all rights, you should just be pissed. I stare at him in confusion but nod. Why are you so stubborn? I told you not to come back. Thank you, sir. He doesn't need to explain anything, though. My sentence is cut off midway as I start coughing again. You're lucky I was nearby. Otherwise, you would be a corpse at the bottom of that lake right now. Oh, you know what other game I should play for you guys? I mean, it's a demo because the game's not out yet, but Touch Starved. I played the demo before, but I would play it again and choose a different route for you guys. Because honestly, I just think that game needs a lot more love. But this game is cool too. You're lucky I was nearby, otherwise you'd be a corpse at the bottom of the lake right now. Yeah, that's true. She was not smart. Well, thank you. Take your clothes off. I know why he's asking that, but man, that was not... Tact is not his forte, I see. Excuse me? There's no way he just told me to undress. No, he told you that because you needed to dry your clothes. The man unwraps the sash around his waist and takes his haori off. He throws the ladder at me, and when he speaks again, his voice is a dull monotone. Wear this in the meantime. Man, he is so uninterested in this girl. He's just like, I'm gonna make sure you don't get sick and die, but then get the hell out. Leave your clothes to dry or you'll catch a cold. I bet he's a tsundere. I bet he is. No, he doesn't really come across as that. Oh, what's the thing? What's the word for the guy who's like aloof? Nah, it's fine. I'll be outside. He is stoic yet considerate. I don't know what to think of him. You don't really need to think anything of him besides, you know, he didn't let me die. And he doesn't seem to want to hurt me. Those are probably the two most important things right now. But for now, I'll just accept his apparent kindness. I hold up his haori, my eyes fixed on him as he walks away. Such a weird guy, but I think you can't trust anyone, honey, that you haven't known for longer than 10 minutes. He did save me from drowning. I wait until he's out of sight before changing out of my clothes. When I slip into his warm haori, I notice the scent of flowers. Though it smells pleasant, the piece of clothing is too big for me and also feels breezy. Well, yeah, because he's bigger than you. When I step outside, why are we stepping outside? Just let your clothes dry. Just sit there and chill. Why are you walking around in someone else's clothes like that? No, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna stop reading into these things too much because otherwise, I'm just gonna sound really judgy. And I actually do like this game so far. I think it's very. I'm not gonna say interesting because she says interesting a lot, but I actually do like it. I think it's a fun little game so far. Fun little story so far. When I step outside, I spot the crimson-haired man sitting near a tree. Oh, we're getting like the CG cutscene. Look at that. Look at that. That's a nice face. That is a very nice tiger face. He seems to be napping peacefully, almost as though he's forgotten the trouble I caused. I'm glad you understand that you were causing trouble. I'm glad that you're self-aware. I hang my wet clothes onto some tree branches to dry, then find a comfortable spot near the man to sit. I would not sit near him, but I would sit where there's some sun, because I want to be warm. I haven't thanked you for saving me. By the way, I should properly introduce myself. My name is Miyoko. Zeikun? You can call me Zeikun if you must. We weren't supposed to meet for a second time. This man is so uninterested in her, and I don't blame him. Zeikun opens his eyes and stares at me suspiciously, as he should! Because you are in the forest in his home. And he told you to stay away. His deep purple eyes are beautiful and somehow intimidating. I have never seen anyone with such an eye color. That's true. Purple eyes are very, 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 very rare. Not in anime, but in real life. What did you come back here for? I was looking for something. You're stupider than you look. I like him. He's so logical. Thank you. You are talking some sense. I wish you would follow it. There's nothing to concern yourself with in this forest. Now that is not true because there are people disappearing. And even if she's not supposed to be investigating it, that is still weird. Even if you lost something, there's no way you'd find it again. Hey, I'm not stupid and I wasn't done talking. Seikun closes his eyes, letting out a deep sigh. Well, stupid Miyoko, you should talk less and concern yourself more with getting home. Is he me? Is he me? I remain speechless. Well, I mean, someone needed to tell you about yourself, girl. Because you acting crazy. He makes so many assumptions about me and never lets me finish talking. First of all, you talk too much. Second of all, he's not making any assumptions. You are nosy and you are kind of dumb because you came out here on your own looking for a mysterious man in a cave. I think you were dumb too. What's wrong with this guy? I've never met anyone this rude. He doesn't even know me. I sigh. I'll get straight to the point. I have my doubts about those rumors, but the fact is, a whole group of tourists went missing in the forest. Do you know anything about what happened? Zeikun's tone promptly turned sour. The demon does exist. Okay. For real? Yes. The forest is a dangerous place. Listen to the rumors and leave already. Is he the demon? Is he a tiger demon? That's hot. You can't tell me what to do. I mean, that's true. He can't tell you what to do. But you should be more scared of things. You should have a healthy dose of self-preservation. Besides, the forest is a public space. It is not a public place. Then what are you doing here? What are you doing in a dangerous place like this? Minding my own beeswax. You're annoying me. She is a little annoying, isn't she? Zeikun takes a deep breath and stands up. I don't think this is going anywhere. Yeah, go home. Your clothes should be dry by now. Even with the sunny weather, my clothes can't dry that fast. He's trying to tell you to go away. He is very not so subtly telling you to go home. Zeikun takes my clothes off the tree branches and hands them over to me. Go home. Don't bother me anymore. But Zeikun glares at me before turning away and walking off. I'm so frustrated that I fail to realize I'm still wearing his Haori until he's already gone. Alright, fold it up, put it under the tree that you're at, and then go home. Yep, that's what I thought. She's gonna have to return. So she's gonna wash it, and then she's gonna come back, and he's gonna get mad because he told her to go away, and she's like, nope, I'm gonna be a creepy stalker and keep coming here until you indulge me in whatever it is I want you to do. Next day. I absentmindedly gaze at the cloudy sky. The forecast said the weather would be really bad today. Seems like heavy rain is coming. And I forgot my umbrella. I'll need to hurry home to beat the rain. I don't want to get my socks wet again. You know what? That's the only thing you and I have in common is that we don't like having wet socks. Hey Miyoko, it's lunchtime. Are you daydreaming again? Yes. Share it with me. At least she was honest. It's not worth mentioning. Boo. I wish I could remember my dreams as vividly as you do. I don't think you'd want to remember your nightmares. Even if they are scary, I'd still like to know. I laugh at Ikuya. Well, oh wait, let me grab my bento. By the way, did you know a massive storm is heading for our village? We haven't had one in ages. It can't be that bad. How will I get home without getting blown away? Girl, calm down. It's not that deep. You're not gonna get blown away. You're fine. You are fine. Besides, if it was really that bad, they'd let you guys go home early. Ooh, I'm done with my tea, so boop. Alright. Oh, should I use a microphone instead? Yeah. Since I'm reading to you guys, I'm gonna use my microphone. Because I just like using these props. I think they're so nice. Okay. Leoji says, don't worry, you should be fine. It's peek is late at night. Just be sure not to go out there. Well, this dumb girl isn't gonna follow that advice because we all know she likes going out at night to go investigate spoopy things. Leo G, have you heard anything from your dad about the missing forest tourists? They've sent out some search parties, but no results so far. Okay, I actually have a question. Why are these tourists going out into the forest? Like, is there something, I mean, besides the monument, which you wouldn't really go look at a monument at night, but besides that, why are these tourists getting lost in the forest? Like, what's happening that they want to go out into the forest to, I mean, if you're a tourist, the forest is not really a place you want to go tour. I mean, unless like there's something about the forest that's outstanding or of significance, or you're camping. But this doesn't seem to be a popular camping spot. Oh, anyway, I'm reading into this again. Sorry, guys. Let's keep going. They've paused the investigation until the storm passes. This is random, but is there any chance of people living in the forest? Living in such a place? No one is even allowed to do that. Are you still curious about the demon, Miyoko? I was just wondering. If you ever consider exploring again, count me in. You two are so troublesome. Look at that little Engie, Mark. She Engie. We need someone to keep an eye on us. Why don't you come along, Ikuya? I'm not a babysitter. I mean, that's fair, girl. You probably got stuff to do. You ain't got time to watch over these kids that don't want to stay home and study. After sitting through the rest of my boring classes, I quickly go home. Ooh, it's spoopy. I hope we'll be notified if the school closes tomorrow because of the storm. As I walk, the sky steadily grows darker. There's no doubt that it'll start pouring soon. You better run! I wanted to go to the forest today, but it seems like I'll have to give back Zeikun's Haori some other time. As soon as I reach my house, I feel the first raindrops fall on my head. I don't think that's how raindrops sound. I reach for the doorknob, but something feels out of place. Goosebumps rise along the back of my neck, and I glance over my shoulder to double-check my surroundings. What the hell is that? What? Why is he wearing a gas mask? Actually, that's a very unique-looking gas mask. It actually looks more like a lens instead of a filter, so... It's like he's wearing, like, weird security cameras on his face. Anyway, there's a single person standing in the distance. His scarf flutters out from behind him like a scythe in the strong breeze. Everything about him gives me the chills. Is he looking in my direction? I immediately avert my gaze and enter the safety of my house. Phew, that was creepy. Why was that guy standing there in the rain? Slowly and cautiously, I peek through the curtains to check this on the suspicious person, but he is gone. I prepare a hot cup of tea to settle my nerves and try to relax in the living room. The rain outside is oddly soothing, even as it splatters with increasing insistence against the roof and windows. Why does creepy shit keep happening to this girl? I mean, some of it is her fault, but some of it is not. The sudden sound of my doorbell startles me. I'm not expecting visitors. It can't be that Cree. No, because he doesn't use doors for some reason. To make sure it's safe, I look through the peephole in the door. The mean forest guy? Zeikun glares right through me as I open the door, his expression as dark as the black clouds. He is drenched from head to toe, wearing only a tank top and traditional pants. I guess he went through the heavy rain to get to my place. That's not it. Why? How does he know where you live? I feel like she is never, like, thinking about the right thing or asking the right questions. How did he know where she lived? Anyway. Zeikun, wasn't it? What brings you? Give me back my Haori. Okay, that's fair. What other reason would he have? I gesture for him to come inside so that he does not have to stand in the rain. Wait here, I left it in my room. I leave Zeikun by the front door and return a moment later with the Haori I grabbed from my room. Here it is, thanks for letting me borrow it. Before you go, though... Yeah, thank you, I'm so glad you finally asked that question. How did you know where I live? I know this area. That? No, sir, that is not the proper answer. Talkative as always. Didn't Leoji ask me to report odd people? Like, yeah, but that was like something you should have did like, I don't know, 2 days ago. No, I can't report him yet. See, you have a very weird lack of reporting people that you should. But that's okay. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a game. So here we go. I can't let him leave now either. Why? Girl? Why? Why would you let him stay in your house any longer than necessary? You don't know him. You don't know him. Anyway, I need a reason to make him stay. This is... You live alone. And this is a strange man. Hey, kids, folks, whoever's watching this, I just want you to know, do not let strange men into your house. Do not let them stay there if you are alone. I don't care if you want to investigate them. You are alone in a house with a strange person. Don't do that. That's bad. That's how people end up getting hurt. Don't do that. Wait, I don't think it's a good idea to go back in that heavy rain. You can wait here until it calms down. Yeah, no, she's frightening me, man. Like, it's a little scary. Like, she's just letting strange men into her house. An awkward silence falls between us as Zekun merely stares at me. You know, that... I hope you just take your Harry and go. Because that would be you're smarter than her. I owe you for saving me. Zekun snorts, but steps past me into the living room. Oh, no. Zekun, no. Hiding a smile, I close the door to the storm outside. What is this cutscene? I mean, I was curious as to how his hair looks when it's not braided, but... Okay. He is not self-conscious and released as he wrings his hair out, running his fingers through the long strands. I mean, that is hot, but it's also like, this is such a weird kind of atmosphere. Like, I don't know. I stare at his defined back. My thoughts get lost for a moment. At first sight, you would think he is only muscular, but his scars are more noticeable. I wonder what could have carved those into his arms. I don't know, but I mean, like, don't worry about it, man. It looks like it was a beast. With all these peculiar men showing up around my house, I'd better be more careful. I can't stand this girl. She's so dumb. I can't take on someone like him by myself. Well, it's a little too late for that, isn't it? Then again, he did save me from drowning. He can't really be the one responsible for the disappearing tourist, can he? I mean, yes, that is actually possible. But it is what it is. Moving on. As if hearing my thoughts, Zekun glances back at me. Oh, damn. I mean, look at that. Those are pretty eyes. He's got pretty eyes. His gaze bores into mine. It becomes awkward after a while. He's probably looking at you because you were staring at him. I should get a towel for him. Yeah. Yeah, probably. But, you know, the eye candy was nice. After Zekun fixes his hair and puts on his Haori, he sits down on the carpet with crossed arms facing away from me. I wonder if he's not forgiving me for disturbing his peace the previous times I've met him. I mean, I wouldn't. If I told you to go away and you just kept showing up, I'd be mad too. Are you hungry? No. Are you cold? I can grab some blankets for you. No. Why did he stay? Oh my god. Why did he stay? Are you bored? I have some fun magazines. Leave me alone. Why did you stay? Just go home. I know it's raining out, but I mean, clearly you were, like, stressed out about it. You're no fun. Oh my god, girl. I'm not here to have fun. I need to return to the forest as soon as possible. So you're saying that staying in the forest and hiding in a cave is better than having a roof above your head? Yeah, because there aren't annoying people like you around. You tell him, Zekun. My eye twitches at his answer. Yeah, he doesn't like you. Like, you're like that boy that was, like, harassing you earlier. Like, you won't leave him alone. I'd be annoyed, too. Keep your cool, Miyoko. You have to play along if you want to dig deeper into his background. You know, it's prohibited to live in the forest. If they catch you, you might get arrested. Zakun shrugs off my warning and stays silent. Yeah, that was really... Yeah, he didn't need to respond to that. I don't blame him. Since you're familiar with the forest, is there any chance you saw the tourists? Okay, that's a more natural question to ask. They've been missing for a while. If you have any information that could help, their families would be grateful. Yeah, there you go. Those are some normal questions to ask. Rumors say a demon took them, but that sounds silly to me. Why do you keep asking about those tourists? Stop digging into the matter. I mean, that's fair, but... I mean... I don't think it's unfair for her to ask the questions, though, because, like... She lives here, so... I'd want to know if the forest is safe, or, you know, what I should be doing, or if I should go to the police. I don't know. He brushes my question off again. Talking with this guy is like cracking nuts with bare hands. And you can. That is possible. His suspicious attitude and vague answers make me certain he knows something at the very least. But he's not trying to tell you, so maybe you should leave this grown-ass man alone. If a direct approach does not work, I should try something different. I take a seat on the couch and keep my eyes on Zeku. And we're just gonna stare. He says, stare all you want, you won't get any answers from me. I wasn't expecting to. You don't have to keep me company, you can go. It's my house, sir! This is my house. Get out. I don't want to. Zekun glances over his shoulder for a second. Just when I think he's about to say something, he looks away again. I want to know more about him, but asking might make him upset. I stare at Zekun's clothes, hoping to find a clue about his identity. Perhaps he practices rituals. Did I offend him by assuming he lives in the forest? Maybe I judged him too soon. Hey, I nearly jump when he starts speaking. Zekun turns to me and looks into my eyes. Why are you so bothered by that demon rumor? I don't believe the rumors, but I'm curious about what caused them. The real murderer might be using it as a cover. I wanted to do more research about the demon in case they are. Perhaps I'll understand their intentions as well. I have a bad feeling about these disappearances. If I don't do something, I might end up like them. I don't want to be a sitting duck. What if the rumors turn out to be true? Will you regret finding the truth? Even if there really is a demon and it turns out to be harmful, I'll do my best to stop it. Stop it? What can someone like you do? I don't think you'll be surprised by anything you find. There are negative rumors about the demon for a reason. Save yourself the hassle. You won't gain anything from knowing this. I'm going to discover the truth one way or another. Even if you know the truth, it won't change a thing. You'll just annoy the demon when you find it. He's the demon. I mean, we already knew this, but he's the freaking demon. He's Tiger Demon. I bet. Maybe. I don't understand. The truth should give the investigators a better direction, shouldn't it? I'm not waiting until I'm next. I'll find out what's causing the disappearances, and then find a way to stop them. I don't get why that upsets you, but what I do isn't up to you. Give up on... Zekun mumbles something, but I do not hear the last few words. He lets out a soft sigh and stands up, walking to the front door. I won't keep you up anymore. Go to sleep. Without looking back at me, he steps outside and closes the door with a loud slam. What the? He left. Oh, I should save. Let's save. Boop. There we go. Back. I head toward the window to watch him go. I can't see anything. Suddenly, a flash of lightning illuminates the street. In that split second, I spot an eerily familiar person standing under a streetlight. Ooh. It's that creepy guy from before. Is he looking in my direction? The world outside goes bright again, soon followed by a crash of thunder. I quickly close the curtains and clench my trembling hands. Before heading to bed, I make sure that everything is locked up tightly. No corner of the house goes unchecked. Maybe I'm overly cautious, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I feel anxious after what I saw on the streets. Despite those feelings, the sound of rain soothes me. Next day. The storm has filled the street with puddles. It's still raining a bit, but the weather is nothing to be concerned about. Even before I start breakfast, I get a message from Ikuya saying that school is closed today. I wonder what I should do since I have no class. Alright, our choices are go to the library, go to the mall, or stay home. I don't don't know if any of these are gonna send us to the tiger guy, but... You know what? It doesn't matter. We'll just go to the library. I have tests coming up, and it will be wise to spend more time studying. Mr. Blanchett recommended some books I can find at the library to catch up, so I grab a large umbrella and head there. Hopefully I didn't just, mark myself for a bad ending. On my way there, I noticed new advertisements. Looking for high priests to exorcise demons. Since ancient times, there's been a demon roaming in the forest. I only read the first few sentences and skim through the rest. It talks about the history of this village and other boring facts. Although the history is nothing new, I do get more interested about the priests. Perhaps there are more types of temples in this village. I should do more research about them. I can't believe they are seriously thinking of exorcising the demon. Maybe I should warn Zekun that people are coming to drive him away, haha. Wait, does she think that he's a demon? It's whatever. Laughing at my own thought. Yes, read the books the teacher who lets you sleep recommends. I mean, he may be a terrible teacher, but he's probably good with history, I would assume. Laughing at my own thoughts, I continue walking to the library. Wow, this is a crazy library. I've never been to a library this fancy before. I mean, it is an old village though, but holy crap, somebody really invested some money in this. The silence of the library is so thick I can almost taste it. Dusty musk from so many old books floats in the air, almost entirely undisturbed by the morning light. I go to the history section and gather the books I need. This semester, our history class is focused on local legends. There are even some myths about my school, so this might be interesting to study for once. I skim through one textbook and read the chapter titles. The Temple Guardian, the School Ghost, the Kenriji Mansion, and the Forest Demon. Wow! Look at that! All stories about our love interests. I bet the boy that was at the mansion's the school ghost. Oh wait, no, I think the white-haired boy is the school ghost. The Temple Guardian. Who would be the Temple Guardian? Oh, I bet it's that boy that tried to sneak into our house. Let's see. The Forest Demon, we already know who that is. And the Kenriji Mansion is that one dude that was sitting at the mansion. Okay, I think I figured it out. The only two I'm not sure of is the Temple Guardian and the School Ghost, but I think the white-haired boy is the School Ghost, so we'll just go with that. So far, I've only heard stories about the demon from my classmates. The demon goes by many names: Jukai, Hachiman, Yaroriki, and Aokigahara. As there has been no general consensus on the matter, it is most often simply referred to as the demon. The demon inhabited the forest long before Nichisu was built. Is that the name of the village? Nichisu? Because the villagers disturbed the demon's home, it spread a curse over the village. Fortunately, the villagers managed to calm it down by sending offerings of not only food, but clothing and other trinkets. What kind of curse would a demon cast anyway? It suddenly occurred to me that Zekun might keep the custom of offerings the book mentioned. But there's no temple in the forest, so I doubt he has such an excuse. Oh hey, what's up, Ryoji? Hey, I see you're studying hard. Ah, Ryoji, it's surprising to see you this early. School is closed for today, so my club activities are canceled too. I finally have some time to study. You don't need to study, your grades are already pretty good. You're just saying that because you want to surpass me. If you slept through class less, you might actually have a chance. I can surpass you easily. Want to bet on who scores the highest on the next exam? I might have to decline. You know history is my weakest subject. Admitting defeat so soon? I accept your challenge then. What are the stakes? I rub my chin and try to think of something funny. The loser has to dress up in a maid costume for one day. How does that sound? This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I'm looking forward to seeing you embarrass yourself. Prepare for your defeat, my maid. I won't lose this one. I like that they have a friendly rivalry. I think that's really cute. Alright, next day. I have to study harder to win the bet against Ryoji. While walking through the hallways, I catch a glimpse of a familiar face. What the heck? A green-haired guy walks by. His face is covered in a black gas mask. What is a person like that doing at my school? Yeah, right? Police? Hello, police? There is a very strange man wearing a gas mask in my school. Please come. Please help. Even the students around me look at him with confused expressions. Is he actually a student or an uninvited guest? The latter, probably. Boy, is that an elite class member? It's so rare to see them at school. Wow, really, guys? Is that why we set it up so that the elite class have, like, unique custom uniforms so a dude like that can walk through the school and not be disturbed? Okay. He just glared at me. His eyes are so icy, it creeps me out. He does not look like a high schooler, guys. He really doesn't. Unless we're doing this, like, Edward Cullen nonsense. I noticed the cross emblem on his tie. His uniform is different from any other class, so he must be an elite. That's the assumption? Guys, come on now. I heard that they act however they want because they have their own special rules. Okay. Yeah, they don't get penalized for skipping class. They don't have to go to class at all. Like, I thought they didn't actually have to come to school because they're so elite. Aside from Ikuya's brother, this guy is the first elite student I have seen at school. He does not give me the impression that they're all as attractive and intelligent as the rumors say. Hey, you're spacing out. Oh, Ryoji, do you know that gas mask guy? That green-haired dude? If I remember correctly, his name is Chain? His name is Chain. Really? No one finds this suspicious. Oh, I think he works in the same department as my dad. So, what? So he's a police officer? That's weird. He barely attends class and focuses more on work. Guess that's why you've never seen him before. Wait a minute, is he a student or is he a police officer? Like, what's the dealio? It's still unfair that these elite students get away with that. Oh, okay. What? I think I misread something, or maybe I'm just not understanding. Sadly, we can't change the rules. I still find that Chain guy strange. Say, Miyoko, have you seen any suspicious people lately? Well, this Chain guy's been walking around my neighborhood quite often lately. I think he's observing me. To be honest, it's kind of creepy. He's like a stalker. I see. Don't worry about it, though. Okay. She tells you that she thinks that he's stalking her, and you're just like, yeah, don't worry about it. You know, when she comes up on the, like, 8 o'clock news in a ditch, don't be surprised, Ryoji. You did not do your due diligence. Chain isn't my only worry. I've also seen a strange person who wears traditional clothes and lives in the forest. Maybe he's one of the priests? Why are you blowing off everything that she brings up? I don't like you, Ryoji. I don't like you anymore. I know there's a group of them who sometimes practice their rituals in the forest. Like, first you're all like, yeah, we gotta investigate, like, all the people. And now you're just like, but not the people you say. None of them. They're probably fine. Don't worry about it. Ah, right. Are you still thinking about the demon rumor? Nah, I'm skeptical about it. Rumors stay rumors. I need cold hard proof to know if something is real or not. That's just like you. Let me know if you find something. Any clues will help a lot with the investigation. I'll do my best. After class, I go to the lockers and notice Chain standing near mine. Has he been waiting for me? I hope not, girl. The students passing by give him a wide berth, not even daring to look directly at him, as they should. Well, he has an odd aura around him. I wouldn't stay around that guy for long either. Regardless of what Ryoji says, I can't trust this guy. Why is he the only one you don't trust? Like, you be trusting all these other weird, sketchy people, and he's just like, yep, nope, he definitely doesn't look trustworthy. I mean, he doesn't, but that's not really the point I'm trying to make here. I pretend not to notice him as I pack my stuff in my locker and head straight home. So he just doesn't say anything? He just lets you... Okay, that's fine. Alright, so she's heading home now. Creepy stalker dude's probably following her. Another empty street, footsteps falling behind me again. If this is another stalker about to confess, I'm going to report him. I casually turn my head to catch a glimpse of the person following me. It's Chain. When he comes even closer, I notice something sticking out from his belt. I can't see it clearly, but it looks like the hilt of a knife or something similar. I do not remember seeing him with anything like that at school. Was he planning on ambushing me this whole time? No, Miyoko, don't jump to conclusions. Chain's icy blue eyes are locked on me as he approaches. Oh, girl. I can't handle another second of this. I don't know what he wants with me, but I'm not going to wait and find out. Yeah, girl, run. Call the police. The moment I turn the corner and break his line of sight, I start running. After a few blocks, I stop behind a thick trunk of a tree to catch my breath. When I peek around it, he is not in sight anymore. I hope I never see him again. Oh, fucking Christ. Pardon my language, but holy crap. I turn back and suddenly someone is standing in front of me. You ran from me. No crap, my guy. Why are you following me? I'm an investigator. I've been assigned as your private guard, and you did not think at any given point in time to tell her this at the lockers? But additionally, why does she need a private guard? What's happening? Wait, what? I thought you were planning to kill me. That weapon on your belt. Chain raises his eyebrow and looks down at where I pointed. This? It's my gun. I rarely pointed at civilians. Thank goodness. I saw you a few days ago. Have you been watching me this whole time? Why does he wear a gas mask, bro? Yes. Couldn't you have told me? You creeped me out. Back to being creepy. Still, I'm relieved to know we are on the same side. I guess Ryoji was right. Hey, why are you not asking why you need a personal guard? And why you're the only one that seems to need one? Thanks for keeping an eye out for me, but don't get too close. Keep some distance, okay? I don't have good experiences with people walking behind me. As we walk further, he does as I ask. Even though I understand his motives now. I don't understand his motives. Why is he tailing you? Why is he assigned to you as a... Okay, whatever. It still feels weird. What would people think if they saw us like this? Never mind, we should walk together. We're both students after all. He doesn't look like a student to me. But okay. I gesture at Chain to come closer, but he does not budge. We don't have to act like strangers anymore. My name is Miyoko, and I'm a... Okay, yeah, so that confirms it. She's about 16. Chain, I already know everything about you. Well, that's... not creepy at all. Not creepy at all. Like what? I'm Chain, elite class student. He dodged my question. There are many things I want to ask him, but he does not look like a talkative one. Even so, I better give it a try instead of walking in silence. Actually, I want to know why he's guarding her. Who told you to keep an eye on me? It's obvious. No, it's not. Otherwise, I wouldn't have asked the question. People have been disappearing recently. The local police assigned private guards to a number of people. Huh? That doesn't make sense at all. I'm just gonna be honest. That doesn't make sense. Good to hear that you guys take fast action, but just a number of people and not everyone. Your neighborhood is at high risk. No, I'm not buying this. Chain gives a brief explanation but does not go into detail. A bit later, we reach my place. Chain tells me to stay home as much as possible. This way, it'll be easier for him to keep an eye on me. He also tells me that he is guarding other people at the same time. As I am the only student under his wing, he has no choice but to follow me to school every weekday. It feels like I am the sheep to his shepherd. Honestly, I want to take part in the investigation too, but it does not look like Chain will give me a chance. Before going to bed, I take a look outside of my window. Chain has not moved from his spot the whole evening. It looks like he will be staying until the next morning. Poor guy, his job must be tough. Does he not sleep at all? Okay, so it is past time, and I'm gonna stop here. First, I'm gonna give my thoughts on this game. It is okay. I don't feel like the story is the strongest, but for what it is, which is a completely free game, I think it's pretty cool. I like the characters so far. The main character is, well, she's a main character, so there's not really much I can say on that. She does have more personality than you usually see in Otome games. Usually, the main character is kind of personality wise. This character has a very strong personality, but she's also kind of dumb. So it's like I just like want to shake her. The love interest seemed interesting so far. I kind of want to know more about the demon guy because I'm pretty sure he's a demon guy, and there does seem to be like this overarching like mystery about the village that I think is very interesting, and I want to know more about it. So I'll probably keep playing this game. What I'll probably do is play this game offline and record it and turn it into videos on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, you should follow me on YouTube because I'm gonna start uploading videos there of my playthroughs of games. But next week, I'm gonna look through some more games to find to play for you guys. Mostly just indie games, preferably, because I like to play indie games. I like to give my thoughts on them and be like, hey, you should check out this game because it's good. And indie developers need more love. Anyway, look out for my schedule. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me there because I try to update that daily along with my daily teas because I like to talk about tea. Let's see, what else would I want to say before I go? Oh, I want to give a shout out to Indo. He's my moderator, but he's also my partner and my best friend, and he's really awesome. And he's trying to reach affiliate. So if you want, you should check him out and give him a like and watch his videos because he streams more than I do, honestly. But we also stream together on Saturdays. So if you want to check us out then, you can check us out then. I don't know what we're playing this Saturday, but India will be online to not tomorrow, Friday. He'll be online Friday, so you should check him out. Um, let's see. I think that's about all I have for tonight. So this game was Dark Knights, and it definitely has that village creepy vibe, but it's also kind of funny in parts. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but I liked it, and I hope if you try it out, you'll like it too. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming. And I will see you again either on Saturday or I'll see you next week, same time. Bye.